Hey fellow YouTubers, the other day I put a video on YouTube showing the haul that I had made from Totally Wicked. I just assumed that everybody kind of knew what I was talking about, but I guess if you really haven't been studying on vaping or haven't really heard about it, what it basically is this is kind of like referred to as an electronic cigarette or electronic nicotine inhalation device, something like that. But anyway, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert and stuff because I just really basically got into this. But I'm just going to show you a few things about this and what this can and cannot do. Basically, one of these Tornadoes, or they have Titans, just depends on exactly what you're looking for. The Enjoy cigarettes, they're marketed under several different names. Basically what this is this thing has, on mine, has like 3 or 4 different parts. This end here is where I actually drop the flavored liquid, and you can see there's like a little filter inside of there. This part is called the cartomizer, and we'll just lay that down there. And this is just a mouthpiece on mine that makes it pretty. So that comes off. Next, this piece right here is called an atomizer. And actually in this atomizer, there's like a little heating element down inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. But down inside that gray spot that you see, it's actually kind of like a little heating element. And then whenever you put the cartomizer with the fluid up against this, it creates a vapor. That's not smoke. Smoke does not come off of this thing. It is a vapor, water vapor. So anybody seeing these, and this basically is the battery. This is the whole thing that powers this. On this particular model, I have what's called a manual battery. Some of them, all you basically have to do is inhale on the end of the cigarette, and it will vapor for you. This one, you actually have to press it to get the battery to come on. So what you do, the atomizer hooks onto the battery. Then you take your flavored cartomizer, and as like I said, this one for me is like a menthol tobacco blend, since I do smoke menthol cigarettes. And then we'll put the mouthpiece on there to make it pretty again. First of all, I want to start by saying that these are not for people who don't already smoke. I would not suggest buying one of these. If you don't smoke, what's the point? You know, I mean, you can get flavors without nicotine in it, and I suppose that if you didn't smoke that you could do that if you actually just wanted to play around with this thing. But it's not marketed as a smoking cessation device. It's marketed basically as a different way to receive the nicotine that you would normally get from a cigarette. I'll just do a real quick demonstration. And like I said, what you see there is not smoke. There is no flame with this thing. There's no secondhand smoke. And I'll show you something just here in just a few minutes, just as a demonstration. Now, I've been smoking on this all day long. I have not had a regular cigarette. So whenever I do this demonstration here in a few minutes, if you see me make faces, don't be surprised. But I'll just give you a rundown of what this fluid that you put in this actually is. One of the fluids that they use is propylene glycol. Now you're going, oh my God, what is that? Is that antifreeze? No, it's not. It's not antifreeze. Just real quick, some of the things that propylene glycol is used for. It's used in cake mixes, salad dressings, soft drinks, popcorn, and I'm assuming it's the popcorn that you put in the microwave that's got the oil stuff in it. Food colorings, fat-free ice cream, and sour cream. And it's also fed to dairy cattle for the treatment of ketosis. And since I'm not a cow, I don't know what that is, but anyway. Okay, and then one of the other main ingredients is just basically glycerin. And if anybody's ever made hard candies, a lot of times they'll include glycerin in it. My dad had a cough syrup recipe that had honey, lemon, and glycerin as the ingredients. A lot of times the vegetable glycerin is used in cosmetics, toothpaste, shampoo, herbal remedies, pharmaceuticals, and I know from reading on the bags, cough drops. So, as far as either of those two items being dangerous, no, they've already been approved by the FDA as a consumable. So you can't say, oh my god, that stuff is dangerous, you're smoking antifreeze. It's like, no, you're not. But I'm going to show you a demonstration. I'll probably gag out on this one. So like I said, this is the first one of these I've actually lit up today. But a lot of the reason that the people are switching to these instead of smoking the cigarettes is because you get the nicotine from this, but you're not getting the tar, you're not getting the other 4,000 chemicals that are actually in a cigarette. You're just getting the nicotine vapor. So you can still have your fix, but you're not, if you want to smoke in a restaurant or something like that, I would suggest it, because they're going to look at you funny anyway. But there's no secondhand smoke. You don't have to worry about Aunt Lulu in the backseat of your car going, oh my god, you're making a steak and stuff, don't roll down the window. It doesn't, there's no smell to this. And it's strange, but there isn't. But I just want to show you something real quick. Blah. Okay, regular cigarette. And this is just a regular tissue, just so you can see both sides. I haven't done anything with this. If this doesn't gross you out, I don't know what will. I don't know if I can see this or not. This is just from inhaling into my mouth. I didn't even inhale it down to my lungs. That's what you're inhaling in your lungs every day. Pretty nasty on your teeth, on your clothes. Now I'm gonna put that out. That's nasty. Get a drink of my porter beer to clear out my palate. Okay, now that was a cigarette. Nasty. Okay, now I'm going to take a vape off of this. Let's see if I actually got anything out of there. Okay. Look, there's nothing on this napkin. So, that just goes to show, do you want this, or do you want this? So it's like, after I saw that, it's like, oh, wow. No wonder my walls in my garage are yellow. So, I just wanted to give a little explanation as to what this thing actually was. And this is my flavors I mixed up. This is the menthol. Just put a drop or two on there. Slip the cartomizer in there. Puff away. So, really, if you've got somebody who smokes, and you really think that they should quit, or if you're a smoker yourself like I am, and you really want to quit for your health, you might want to check into one of these. Like I said, this is the Tornado, and I checked YouTube, and this particular e-cigarette or electronic inhalation device, nicotine inhalation, got really, really good reviews. It's got a really long battery life. It'll last you all day, maybe 2 days. Depends on how much you actually vape. But some of them actually look like cigarettes. It's like, I mean, the end of it lights up and everything. But this with the longer battery life, this is the reason that I chose this. It doesn't light up on the end. It doesn't look like a cigarette, which I guess if it doesn't make any difference to you, this is a really good one. So, it's like I said, if you've got any questions or whatever, be sure to post them and I'll see if I can answer them. It's like I said, I'm no expert and I'm not going to pretend to be, but I'm just giving you the basics of what I've learned and the few things that I can show you about this. So, like I said, if you have any questions, be sure to post them. Okay, later.